Hey everyone, welcome to the Crunchy Catholics. This is my very first video, so that's really exciting. I had previously been vlogging on a channel called There's Magic in the Mundane, and I will continue to vlog on that, but I really wanted an outlet where I could share about my Catholic faith, and I felt that There's Magic in the Mundane was not quite the right audience for that, so we created this channel so that we can vlog about Catholic topics. And I think he's hungry, and this is just going to be super real and a little chat about Advent, because even though it is October, we are getting closer and closer to Advent. So welcome. My name is Lauren. We're a homeschooling family. We've got 3 boys here, and there's just so much love going on in this house. So I wanted to read what the Catechism says about Advent. The preparations. This is 522. The coming of God's Son to earth is an event of such immensity that God willed to prepare for it over centuries. He made everything converge on Christ, all the rituals and sacrifices, figures and symbols of the first covenant. He announces him through the mouths of the prophets who succeeded one another in Israel. Moreover, he awakens in the hearts of the pagans a dim expectation of this coming. When the Church celebrates the liturgy of Advent each year, she makes present this ancient expectancy of the Messiah by sharing in the long preparation for the Savior's first coming. The faithful renew their ardent desire for his second coming. By celebrating the precursor's birth and martyrdom, the Church unites herself to his desire. He must increase, but I must decrease. I just think that is so beautiful. He must increase, but I must decrease. Christ died, and he became so humble to the will of God the Father, and he decreased so that God could increase, and so that all of us could have the rewards of heaven. It's amazing. So this Advent, I would like to reflect on that, about having Christ, God, increase and that I may decrease. So beautiful. I'm going to read one more little part. This is so nice. So the Christmas mystery. Jesus was born in a humble stable into a poor family. Simple shepherds were the first 2 witnesses to this event. In this poverty, heaven's glory was made manifest. The Church never tires of singing the glory of this night. To become a child in relation to God is the condition for entering the kingdom. For this, we must humble ourselves and become little. Even more, to become children of God, we must be born from above or born of God. Only when Christ is forming us will the mystery of Christmas be fulfilled in us. Christmas is the mystery of this marvelous exchange. O marvelous exchange, man's creator has become man, born of the Virgin. We have been made shares in the divinity of Christ, who humbled himself to share our humanity. So beautiful. So when Jesus came to earth, it really is a time of rejoicing and beauty, but reflecting on this expectancy is a time of humility and becoming little. Literally, like he was a baby. He was little. And how wonderful in the family setting too, when you can see examples of little people, just the sweet innocence of the little people, and trying to become more like that in awe of the Creator. Super cool. So Advent, hi Charlie, is like a little Lent. Do you know what Lent is? Lent is what happens.
When there's candles.
Advent has candles. And what about Lent? Lent happens before what? Do you remember?
Advent?
Lent happens before Easter. Yeah. So Advent is kind of like a little Lent. Do you know why? Well, because in Advent we focus on prayer and fasting and good works. Just like in Lent, we focus on those things too. And it's because we are getting ready for Christ to be born. We're readying ourselves to be worthy of Christ coming to see us. Advent is from the Latin word advenire. Do you know what advenire means? Can you read it?
To come to.
To come to. Who came at Christmas? Do you know?
Santa Claus. St. Nicholas.
Okay, but who was born at Christmas?
Jesus.
Jesus, that's right. So we're talking about Jesus. Jesus came to us and we come to him in Advent. Isn't that nice? So I think it's neat that Advent, you have the anniversary of the birth of Jesus, but we're also directing our minds to the second coming at the end of times. So it is really a humbling and a time to cleanse yourself. And so because Advent is a little Lent, our family really tries to be mindful of the penitential nature of this. And so we do a few things to kind of focus us, because it's so easy to get caught up in the culture of shopping and Christmas gifts and decorating and Christmas work parties and finding that holiday dress, and you know, it's all sorts of fun, and it's not necessarily inherently evil to do those things, but they can be very distracting to what we should be doing during that time, which is humbling ourselves and becoming little. And so something that our family does is we try to do good deeds during Advent. In the past, we kept track of them on little strips of paper, and we chained all those strips of paper together, so we made an Advent chain. It was very cheap, very easy. Other years we put them on little present cutouts, and those were our presents to Jesus, and we put them by our nativity scene. A variation on that is I've seen families who add hay to Jesus's nativity scene, and so he's more comfortable for for Christmas when you put the actual Jesus in the scene. And on the third Sunday of Advent, and I may totally botch the pronunciation of this, but that's Gaudete Sunday, and that's the lightening up Sunday. Gaudete. I really don't know how to say it, and I apologize for that. But it's actually Latin for rejoice. And that is the Sunday and the week that I really give myself permission to do some holiday baking and put up my tree and just kind of get in the Christmas spirit a little bit. And then I resume kind of that penitential nature on the fourth Sunday. Gaudete Sunday is the Sunday we put up our Christmas tree, and it always feels so late, like everybody has up their tree already except me. But apparently, traditionally speaking, people would put up their trees on Christmas Eve. I don't know when that started or when it shifted. I don't really know the history of that, but that's pretty amazing. And then they would leave it up until Candlemas. Yeah, so Advent really is penitential. You can notice a parallel between Lent and Advent. The priests wear purple, both during Lent and Advent, except Gaudete Sunday, where they're in rose. And also the Gloria is omitted from the liturgy. So that is really where they want our minds to be, in a prayerful place. This year I'm trying to continue some of the fun traditions we do as a family and for the kids, but I'm trying to feed myself some thoughts and whatnot. So I'm reading this for our book club. It's called Cradle of Redeeming Love. And so far I'm really enjoying it. There's lots of yummy brain food in here. Maybe I'll do a review on it when I finish it, but it's by John Sayward and I am enjoying that. I'd like to learn more prayers for Advent this year and do more family rosaries this year. I'm so looking forward to Advent and Christmas this year. Last year, I was pregnant with this little guy, and that was so neat. Have any of you guys been pregnant during Advent? Let me know. It's just so beautiful because the readings all line up with what you're experiencing. Last year, just a little bit of history, I had come off of having 2 miscarriages. And then I was pregnant with Sebastian here, and he was due around Christmas time. So the expectation of life after 2 losses, it was just really spiritually moving. And I feel like I prayed on that a lot and just really got a lot out of the season last year. And I look forward to it again this year. I think Advent might be one of my favorite seasons, Advent and Christmas. Love it. So anyhow, I want to know some of the traditions your family has or that you do personally. I'd love to know prayers, just whatever. Like I would love to hear it. Something we've done before, we did it last year. This was so fun. We went Christmas caroling after Christmas with some friends. That was so neat because it just kind of reaffirms the season beginning at Christmas and then extending beyond. So that was really cool and really well received. I wasn't so sure how it would be received, but it was really well received. So that was amazing. So yeah, let me know some of your Advent traditions or even Christmas traditions, and just, let's get our minds thinking ahead. All right. God bless you. Oh, yay, Crunchy Catholics channel. It feels so good to be speaking about these things in this on this platform. So I hope you're doing really well. God bless you. Bye.